to go to the United States Embassy and find out that them people are coming out with your country. The government lied to us. That is an act of treason and anti-Jamaican boldness. And the government must resign to go to prison for treason. The interview done. Amen. And the cleaner had to go to the United States Embassy and find out that them people are coming out with your country. The government lied to us. That is an act of treason and anti-Jamaican boldness. And the government must resign to go to prison for treason. The interview done. Amen.
Jamaicans are pissed that Haitians are coming to their country. They feel betrayed that their government signed this third country transit program behind their back. And this is only temporary. 14 days, no longer than 14 days. Or is it? Is there a loophole? Let's check this out. So the U.S. wants to deport the Haitians July 10th because that's when they losing their status. So they set up this third country transit program with many countries. Jamaica is one of the recent ones, right? So the U.S. is funding 100% of all costs. They are funding the food, housing, security, and transport, while the International Organization of Migration manage the daily logistics in Jamaica. There's a strict cap. Jamaica will only accept maximum of 25 people every 2 weeks. Each person can only stay in Jamaica for a maximum of 14 days before being flown to Haiti. 14 days, no longer than 14 days, or is it? Because, you know, these immigration lawyers are pretty crafty. They're pretty crafty. They find loopholes. So once the U.S. flies a Haitian national onto Jamaican soil, that person falls under Jamaica law. Under the international treaties, they could immediately apply for asylum in Jamaica. If they do, Jamaican courts can legally block the U.S. from putting them on a plane to Haiti, freezing the deportation process entirely. Is that what y'all don't want to happen, for them to find this loophole? But I find it hypocritical, because what happened to out of many comes one people? What happened to we all came over here on the same ship but just got off on different stops? Now that the ship is pulling up to your country, you don't want the Haitians to disembark. So it's not okay for the U.S. to enforce immigration policy, but it's okay for Jamaicans to say, we don't want them, even if it's temporary. Because maybe the loophole might not work. They just don't want the possibility of any of that happening. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section.
Listen, I am not here to cause any drama. I'm not here to start any trouble. I'm not here to gaslight anything. I am not gaslighting anything. However, if you are from the 80s and the 90s, you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you live in Brooklyn, New York, and Miami, Florida. However, before I get to this conversation, let me state this. What that Haitian young lady said on our podcast was wrong, and it doesn't represent all the Haitians. Now, let's move forward. During the 80s and the 90s, Black Americans used to chastise, disrespect, use inflammatory, derogatory statements toward the Haitians. Who remember Haitian booty scratcher? Who remember HBO, Haitian body odor? Who remember Haitians go back home? Yeah, these are the things that Black Americans used to say to us. Who here went to Canarsie High School? Who here went to Canarsie High School and remembered Beat Down Fridays? Do you know what Beat Down Fridays was? Beat Down Friday was a day that Black Americans and the other kids put aside to hunt down Haitian kids and beat them up. Erasmus High School was terror for Haitian kids. Wingate High School was terror for Haitian kids. Everywhere in Brooklyn, New York was terror for Haitian kids during the 80s and the 90s. And now, y'all take a little BS clip from a BS podcast show that needs to be canceled because they gaslighting the culture, provoking people to act crazy, and y'all blowing it up out of proportion. But y'all don't remember what you guys did to us during the 80s and the 90s. Yes, we had to fight you guys every day. We had to fight Black Americans, Jamaicans, Guyanese, Belize, everybody was against us. Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. Once you Haitians, everybody against you. And guess what? We here. We're still surviving. And what? I'm not saying what that young lady said was right. I'm not saying what that Haitian young lady said on that podcast show was right. It was wrong. But yo, man, y'all got to check our history. Y'all have to know. Listen, y'all were as bad as this young lady, if not worse. At least we're not fighting y'all. Y'all used to bring bats, all kind of shit trying to jump us. And we have to stand tall against y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be for real now, man. Let's be for real. Now is not the time for the bullshit. Now is the time to put all our differences aside because we are dealing with an evil empire. And all of a sudden, everybody want to fight everybody. This is not cool. Y'all have to remember what y'all did too. Go back in history. History doesn't lie. And I'm out.
Alright, today Haitians are now regretting. Today Haitians are now regretting disrespecting Black Americans. You remember when Haitians were coming out saying that at least they have a place to go, they have a homeland, they have somewhere to go once they are going to be deported. Unlike Black Americans, whom they are going to have to become homelessless once they are going to be deported. You remember when Haitians were coming out talking bad to Black Americans? Today, they are regretting. Today, even Jamaicans are coming out opposing, saying that they don't want to see Haitians on their land. Even Jamaicans today are coming out opposing their government, saying that they don't want to hear anything about Haitians and they don't want to welcome Haitians in their land. Grand Rising Kings and Queens, if you are new here, this is Majoka Report Extra. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Let us take all just 1 minute. We subscribe call. Let's go. All right. Thank you very much. So today we want to talk about Haitians and how Haitians are regretting, how Jamaicans are coming out opposing Haitians from their country. Okay? And what is the reaction of Black Americans in general? Before we continue with this commentary, let us watch some of the videos and then we come back, we talk more as we always do. Let's go.
It was temporary. You had temporary protective status. Temporary, as in not permanent, meaning for a period of time. What are we, guys, I don't get what we're all up in arms about. You guys were never citizens. You had time to get your citizenship. You had time to get your paperwork. You had time to get everything in order. And you didn't believe what the government told you. And that's on you. See, you thought that there was going to be some other law, something else that was passed to help you stay here, continue to benefit off our system. No, this administration stands on business. So with that being said, stop ostracizing Black Americans, because key word in Black Americans, we are actual citizens. This is our country. This is our land. And now you expect for us to stand up for you guys when the government was very clear that you had temporary status. 15 plus years. Oh, but I had kids and now what am I going to do? You had 15 years. And in that time, you can't tell me that your life is not better than it was? No, but remember also, you guys are so quick to make sure you differentiate yourself between I'm Haitian and I'm not Black American. No, I'm Haitian. I'm not Black. I'm Haitian. Well, good. Go back home and live in Haiti. And again, I just want to be clear. I have nothing against Haitian people. Nothing like that. But my problem is when you come to Black Americans, and say that we need to fight hard for you. You guys are just leaving us out here and these white people are doing this to us and all that. No, 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 no. Don't put us in that. We have nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with you not reading your documentation and doing what you need to do to be a member of this society. That's on you. So maybe next time, read your paperwork. What a concept.
What's your problem? You realize that you treat your slave masters that have enslaved you for centuries better than you're now treating the Haitians. Why are you so mad at them? Because they came here and they work hard to achieve the things that they have, while you lazy fucks sat on the farewell welfare system because your grandmother, mama, and everybody else was brought up on it. The people, just want to know.
So sis went on a really hostile rant in her full clip, which was almost 5 minutes. I only took like a little bit of that segment because that's really the gist of what she's trying to say. But let me just respond very quickly. I understand that you're emotional. I understand that this is a tough situation to be in. I understand that there's probably some people making trolling comments and saying things that are inappropriate. But this concept that Black Americans are just living on welfare is just a fallacy. I mean, I just looked up Google and 53% of Haitians are living on a major government assistance program to this very day. So we're 50% of our population is not on welfare, right? So, you know, I'm not really sure where this jealousy is that you think that we have for you, and that goes for any migrant population. I don't really know. You don't have anything that we want. You don't have anything that we can't get, okay? If you really want to flex, then the real flex will be fixing your country. The real flex will be, since you have your own plot of land that is really for you, to actually fix that and actually make that into a paradise for you and your people, right? The real flex is not leaving your shit and then coming to somebody else's shit and trying to make a life in somebody else's shit that was already built up and is already set up for you to succeed in whatever way you see fit. Okay, that's not really a flex. We're at home. This is our home. So whatever the hell we choose to do while in our home is really our business. Okay, you are a guest over here. So let's just make that very abundantly clear. We don't have a reason to look at you with envy. Okay, no reason at all. None of you that come over here, especially all of y'all that's coming over here from these third world countries, you do not have anything that we want or that we need. Okay, so I don't know why y'all keep trying to address us. You're the one who is perpetuating white supremacy by using talking points that to basically say that Black Americans are all just living off of welfare. Y'all act like we just got taken over here, dropped off, and just been lazy, kicking up with our feet up, with the government taking care of us for the last 400 years. Like we've done absolutely nothing for 400 years. Y'all act like we're trust fund babies that are just benefiting from a mammy and a pappy. I mean, let's be for real, sis. If you was really that hard working, would your country be fucked up like that? Would your country be full of garbage and trash where nobody seems to give a shit about what it looks like? I mean, at the very least, if you're going to blame the West for all of your downfalls and all of your problems, if you're going to say that it's the West's fault, at the very least, you could try to take care of it by picking up the garbage off of the ground. Instead of just trashing everything, but, whatever.
Yesterday, the fates of over 300,000 people residing in the United States was decided by the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court gave the Trump administration the green light to begin mass deportations of people who've been living and working legally in the United States for years, some even decades.
I couldn't watch any of the proceedings or the disposition, or I couldn't watch any of that shit because it's so easy for someone to distance themselves from human empathy when they're not the one going through the situation or they've never experienced it. It's hard for you to imagine. So let me help you a little bit. So I am one of the Haitians affected by this. I came to America when I was 4 years old. One of the, probably actually the very first clear memory I have was being on a plane to America and talking to my sister and us talking about what it meant for us to be going to America. We had different things that we debated. What would life be like? And I also remember throwing up in either the taxi ride or on the airplane. That was my very first memory. I don't remember life in Haiti because I was a baby. I was a toddler, so I don't remember. I started kindergarten here in the States. I did all my grade levels here. I said the Pledge of Allegiance, learned how to speak English. I learned United States history like it was my history. Although I kept a very strong hold to my Haitian roots, I became American without even realizing it. Unfortunately, there was always something that separated me and everyone else around me. Me and all the other kids. There was something that I had to be worried about that they didn't have to. My family got TPS when it first came out. It was something that I was very conscious of, especially when I was in the 8th grade and Donald Trump first ran for presidency. And to my utter shock, he was elected. And then he threatened my status back then. We have a president that hates immigrants. I'm just on TPS. I'm allowed to be here, but not for long. July, our temporary protected status ends, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was so afraid, and I think I've always been afraid. Even though I had lawful status, I've always been afraid. For myself, for my family. I think, how am I gonna get through today without breaking apart? Falling apart during one of my classes, you know? My parents have paid taxes since we came here. So, for about, almost 20 years now, my parents have been paying taxes. I've been paying taxes for 5 years now. And even still, there are some benefits that I don't qualify for because of my immigration status. There was no need to apply for FAFSA because I wasn't going to get it. But still, despite these very stark differences, I live life like an American. I've taken care of Americans at my job at the hospital as a patient care technician. I've befriended Americans. And I guess I mistaken myself for American as well. And then he was elected in 2024 again. And I had to face the harsh reality that people wanted this. People wanted to emphasize that difference. I'm not wanted here. I'm not accepted here. I'm not protected here. You see, this is my real life. This is the only life that I know. I don't know life in Haiti. So as much as it's very easy for you to say temporary means temporary, yes, temporary means temporary, but it wasn't temporary. 15 years is not temporary. 15 years is enough time for someone to have hope that it could be a lifetime. 15 years is enough time for someone to make connections, to grow hope, to grow love, to have children. Another misconception that I see is that somehow people assume that it has been our decision this whole time to somehow abuse the system by remaining with temporary protected status and not trying to get something else to get better papers. If only you knew. If only you knew how difficult it was. And be glad that you don't know how difficult it is. Be grateful, because the only difference between me and you, or your children, or your parents, or your friends, is that you so have happened to been born in a country where your chance of survival was higher. If you're like me, you're probably confused, sad. Anyways, these bugs are trying to eat me up and I've kept you for too long. So yeah, thank you for giving me your attention for that period of time. If you are going through the same situation, please DM me and I'll connect you to the support group I created for us. Yeah, bon courage. We got this. Whatever you decide to do. I'm still lost myself. I'm figuring a lot of things out right now. So you're not alone in that. I love you, and if no one has told you this yet, I'm sorry this is happening to you, and we will get through this together.
Right, welcome back. So, I think that it has actually reached a point where now Haitians are now regretting, and Haitians are now realizing the importance of Black Americans. You know, at the first these people, they never saw what Black people used to do for them. These people, they never saw that what they used to enjoy in the United States of America, it was all work of Black Americans. So, Right now, as we speak, it has actually reached a point where now these people are realizing the importance of Black Americans. These people are regretting, some of them are regretting, they don't want even to lose America because they know what they have been getting in America. Okay? They have been there enjoying life, enjoying lifestyle because of the work of Black Americans. Today, they are frustrated because they don't know where to go. Once they are going to be deported back to Haiti, in Haiti life is tough. They can't sustain. These are the people who used to live a good life, who used to enjoy life in America. You can just imagine somebody who used to live a good life just going back to Haiti, to some third world country, to a country which has a lot of problems, a country which is not economically stable. They are already regretting mistreating Black people. Okay? I thought if Haitians were used to cooperate with Black people, if Haitians were used to respect, to work in hand with Black people, I think this time around Black people could have come and rescue you guys. So right now, they are frustrated. Right now, they don't know where to go. Even in Jamaica, you can see Jamaicans. They have come out, they have pushing their government back. They don't want their government to allow any Asian in their land. So it means it has reached a time where now Haitians have to learn something. Haitians have to learn lesson. And this lesson is not only for Haitians alone. This is a lesson to all any other immigrant groups in the United States of America. If you are going to disrespect today Black Americans, if you are going to disrespect today Black Americans, talk about Black Americans, once it will come to your turn, now you have to also to know that you have to solve your problems on your own. Don't call for Black Americans, because for decades and decades of your years, we have seen Black Americans have been there fighting for people, fighting for different immigrants, fighting for different groups in the United States. But what do they get as a feedback later? These people come out later disrespecting them. These people come back later, talk back to Black Americans. Okay? Economic activities of America, it's all held by Black Americans. Okay? Whatever anybody is enjoying in America, it's work of Black Americans. I watched some video of Haitians calling Black people that they are not the indigenous of a United States. Let me tell you, the truth of the matter is this. United States, Black Americans are the indigenous of United States. These people, they started America. Okay? Before a white person came out, already Black people were there. So calling Black Americans immigrants is not good. That is the truth of the matter. Today, if we decide to give these Haitians who are calling Black Americans immigrants, today if you give you assignment to trace the lineage, to trace where Black Americans originated from, you will not able to find. You will find that Black Americans originated from the United States of America. They are indigenous people in the United States. So calling Black Americans immigrants is not good. What you are supposed to do is to calm down, and start cooperating with Black Americans. Black Americans are very good people. They are always there for you. They have been supporting you people. They have been promoting you people. So you coming out today and disrespecting Black Americans, it is not good. It has reached a time now. You have to carry your cross. There's a saying in Kiswahili that says that kitawaramba. That says that when you are going to joke, when you are going to waste your time, when somebody is helping you and you are not seeing it, when that person decides to leave you, you are going to carry the cross. You are going to suffer alone. Kitawaramba. This is Majoga Report Commentary. If you are new here, kindly let's just take 1 minute. Let us all subscribe to this channel. Let us all subscribe to this channel, and I will really appreciate. Let us make sure that we reach to 1,000 subscribers so that we can monetize this channel. Let us all subscribe to our channel. Bye bye, peace out, and let us meet to our next video. Bye bye.